This video will demonstrate how to use the pH scale simulations for your online lab. There are three modes of the simulation: macro, micro, and my solution. I'll go through each of them. In macro mode, first you'll see a pH scale on the left-hand side. Attached to the pH scale is this green probe. You can click and drag the probe around the screen. The only use of it is to measure the pH of the liquid that's in this container. You'll see when I move the probe over the water, the pH display changes to 7 to show that it reads a pH of 7. You can adjust the liquid by adding water using the faucet on the top, and you can drain liquid out by dragging the faucet on the bottom. The eyedropper can add an additional solution, and you can use the drop-down menu to select which solution you'd like to add. So I selected hand soap. I can add more hand soap by clicking on the dropper, and I can dilute the hand soap by adding water using the faucet here. If I want to add more liquid once I've reached the maximum, I'll have to drain it out, and I can continue diluting by adding more water. The micro tab uses the same functionality for draining, adding liquid, and changing solutions. But here the pH is automatically read for you. You can see it says 9.81, 9.73 when I dilute it a little bit. And on the left-hand side, instead of a pH scale, I have concentrations of H3O+, OH-, and H2O. I can choose between concentration and quantity by clicking on this toggle switch here, and I can change the scale from logarithmic to linear by moving the toggle scale here. Also in the bottom right, I have an H3O+ over OH- ratio. If I can click on that, it'll visualize the H3O+ and OH in the solution I've prepared. I can also turn on the molecule count button, and that will give me a numerical count of the different H3O+, OH-, and H2O molecules in my solution. The third and final tab is the My Solution tab. Again, we have the concentration or quantity scale on the left-hand side. The only difference here is that instead of preparing a solution by adding known substances like hand soap or water, I can manually change the pH. As I change the pH using the up and down buttons here, you can see that the H3O+ and the OH- concentrations on the scale change. I can also use the same options as before to show the H3O+, OH- ratio and the molecule counts.